Hi friends, it's Peggy Noe from prettypapercards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie, in her yellow bow today. So let me check and make sure everything's working here. Okay, it looks like it is. Good. How are you today? Um, it's it's fall. It's officially fall. It became fall yesterday, 2 days ago was the first day of fall, and I love fall. I'm so excited that it's fall, and it's just wonderful. But of course, here in San Diego, it's warm. It's in the 90s. It got to 93 today. But we still celebrate fall because we just love it. Hello, Pam from Arkansas. Good to see you. Roz, how are you? Good to see you, Roz. Um, yeah, how is your weather back there? Now, Roz, in Florida, does it wait a while to turn to fall like it does out here? Pam, what about you in Arkansas? I heard I saw someone on Facebook say that like Michigan was already the leaves were turning and stuff. Wow, we have to pretend. We have to get, artificial leaves and put them around our house. Pam Raylick, good to see you. Fall is your favorite. Yes, Pam Turner. Yes, I agree. Tina, 88 and humid. Okay, does anybody have fall leaves? I'm on the fall leaf hunt. Colleen, good to see you. So I'm looking for somebody who has fall leaves already. We don't. But Linda, Tracy, good to see you guys. Tracy from Connecticut. Any fall leaves up your way? We're on a hunt for fall leaves today. Yes. Well, it's still warm here. Like I mentioned, it was 93. And Pam, you're supposed to be done with 90-degree days, but it will be in the high 80%. Yeah, Julia, Tracy, Connecticut is starting to turn. Okay, I wondered. And Roz in Florida, you don't really have fall? Oh, December gets cool-ish, but January and February, yeah, kind of for us too. Linda, 72 in Pennsylvania, and it's starting. Hilda, good to see you. Illinois has fall. Yay! From Kathy. One fall. A few of you have turning leaves. I need to go back to Massachusetts to visit my son to see those turning leaves. I'm telling you. Tina, North Carolina colors are starting. Okay. Pam, Ohio has some. Oh, you guys are lucky. Very lucky. Julia, no fall leaves yet. 94 degrees and hot. Yeah, I get it. Well, we have, hi from Helena, Montana, Carolyn. 70s, and you do have some golden leaves. Lovely. Well, as some of you might have seen on my Facebook, my husband's mother passed away last week on Thursday. And so we've been dealing with a lot of that stuff. I wasn't able to come on last Friday, and I won't be able to come on this Friday because a lot of the relatives are coming to town. But she was 97. Michael says fall leaves, totally. But she was 97 years old. She'd lived a really long life, and she had 6 children, and I haven't even counted the grandchildren. I don't even know. I'm going to talk to some of the brothers and sisters this weekend when they're here and see if we can get a count of grandchildren. But it's a lot because, of course, she has great-grandchildren now. From San Antonio, 90 degrees. So that's kind of what we've been dealing with is everything to do with all of that. And so many of you have sent cards and sent me sweet, kind words and wishes, and I appreciate that. You know, it isn't that often that someone lives until they're 97. So we just weren't really sure, we expected it, but still it's a surprise. So if you think of it, you can pray for especially my husband, because we're the ones that are here in town where she was, and my husband has some responsibilities. So thank you, Linda. So if you guys could pray for that. And but I think after they're all here this weekend and the early part of next week, then probably things will calm down some. But I wanted to come on today and do a card and say hi, since I won't be able to be here on Friday because they'll be here. But anyway, that'll be the last of our parents. Both of mine were gone quite a long time ago, and his dad died about 8 years ago. Thank you all. Thank you all. But we do, hello baby. Oh, and Ellie is doing better. She's doing much better, and we're really happy about that. I'm glad, because I don't think I could have handled her at her worst with this other issue. So I'm really thankful that she's doing better. Hi from New York City, 70s and 80s. Okay. But I'm just going to give you we're going to talk about some news, but we are making a shaker card today. I've never made a shaker card on a live. Thank you, Kathy and Pam and everyone. But I had someone, I'm going to put her down. She's getting antsy. Had someone in one of my local classes say, Peggy, I'd love to do a shaker card. And so I'm going to show you, there's something in the online exclusives. There's a whole shaker card thing going on. Hi, Holly. And so we're going to make one today, and we're going to have fun. I'm going to show you how to do it. But let's talk about some news, okay? I'm going to turn you down because I do have a few things to show you. I'm going to first show you this while we're looking upward. Remember, we talked about this, the Sweet and Spooky kit, and how it has all these, probably 12, I think, of these darling little goodie boxes. Well, let me turn you down, and I'm going to show you. I took the, you can repurpose all the stuff in a kit, and I took the all the stuff in the Sweet and Spooky kit, and here's the flyer for it. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think it is 12 or maybe 16 of these great boxes. But I took some of the ingredients in that, the elements, and made a fun little card. You know, I like to play with the, oh, Hilda, your mom was 96. Wow. You know, I love to play with, what was I going to say? Well, anyway, I love to use ribbon. And, oh, the Global Design Project. And so this particular week, the Global Design Project Challenge is something about spooky. So I thought I would take this, all the stuff from the Sweet and Spooky kit, or a lot of it, and remake it. And so I made this fun little card. And if you have the Sweet and Spooky kit, you could do, you can do something fun like this too. I added some of these leaves and kind of shaded them. It was really fun to figure out how to reuse that kit. So it's still available. I checked today, right before I came on, and it's still available. More news. World Card Making Day. Who's registered for World Card Making Day? Me. You are going to want to register. It's absolutely free. Let me turn this a little bit. It's absolutely free. The event is on World Card Making Day, October 4th. That's a Saturday, and I'm going to have a little event here at my house, and I hope you guys have an event at your house, or you go to an event to make cards. But what they're going to be making is this handmade and heartfelt kit. And you can buy this. You don't have to buy it, but you can buy it to put it together with them. Well, I actually got 2 of them. And oh, good, you're registered, Ruth. Hello, and Tina. And I could, I just can't stand it. I can't wait. So I had to put my kit together, and it was fun. You guys, you're gonna love it. I added this bow. This wasn't part of the kit. I like to make bows and put bows on things. This wasn't part of it, but everything else was, and it makes all these cards, and I'll show you some of the cards. They're just darling, and you make 2 of each, and it comes with a stamp set. I'll show you that in a second. Here's another card. Super cute, super easy to do. Really easy cards. Here are more. So I think it's, gosh, a lot of cards. A lot of cards. Here's some, oh, this one was really pretty. I really liked that. And here's you get a nice stamp set with all the basics, you know. It's, let's see, if you turn it this way, you can see it more. Thinking of you, thank you, happy birthday, and all that. And then all these fun little pockets. And you get the little box. And I love it. I just love it. So register for World Card Making Day, or at least even if you don't register, make some cards on the 4th. Make some cards for World Card. You like the bow, Tina? I do too, but of course that's me. Okay, now, a lot of you might have heard about the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar. Okay, I've already ordered mine. I am so excited about it. I really am. I don't know how big, but it's a big box. I can't wait to get it. And inside every door are stamping products like paper and embellishments and stuff. And it's not 24, it's 12 days. You open the different doors, and I'm super excited. Just like I was about the box, that box that we just made. So Dr. Robin and I, we haven't gotten ours because they didn't preview them as far as what's in the Advent calendar. They didn't preview that to the demonstrators. We knew it was coming, but they didn't preview it. Oh, good, Tina ordered it. But Dr. Robin and I, when we get it, mine should come not tomorrow, but maybe the day after. We're going to open ours up completely. Eek! Yay! And we're going to make, each of us, 4 PDF tutorials for you with items in the box. They are not Christmas. It's not Christmas products. It's year-round products. Vicky, you're still in Delaware. Wow. Well, at least you can experience a little fall, I would think. Anyway, Dr. Robin and I are going to make each 4 PDFs. So if you purchase your 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar from one of us, we will send you free 8 PDF tutorials to make, I know, Tina, to make projects with what's in the kit. And it's year-round products, so you don't just use them at Christmas. And I don't even know that there's any holiday stuff in there. It's all year-round, just general. So we're going to make PDFs of projects, cards, and whatever, and let you have them for free if you order the kit from one of us. The kit is on sale now. 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar. And when I get it, I will show you the outside. Well, I'll show you the inside, but I'm not going to show you what's on the inside because you probably want to open it slowly. It is $99. So one idea that I had, now they say buy 2, one for you, one for a friend. And I think that would be a lovely, lovely gift. Excuse me. I get excited, then I start coughing. Hi, Michelle. Good to see you. And Susan. But one idea I had is why not get it and share it with a friend? You could share it. I know, and they've already told us, one of the items in one of the doors is designer series paper. So you could share the 12 Days of Advent calendar with a friend. And if you buy it from either Dr. Robin or me, you're going to get 8 free PDF tutorials. So I'm excited to open it, all the doors when I get it. I'm going to take a little sip here. So that is, I think that's the end of the news for right now. Oh my goodness, I still have this toy of Ellie's on my desk. Ellie, do you want your toy? Here's your toy, baby. Here you go. Okay, I threw it over to her. Okay, Marcia Coolibird, good to see you, and Julia. So I mentioned that we're going to make today a shaker card, and here it is. And it is cute and fun. I'm just doing it one way. There's so much you can do with this with this set, and I'm going to show it to you because if you don't look carefully at the online exclusives, you might not have seen it. This is my printout of online exclusive products, and if you want one, I can send you the link for it and you can print your own. It's not I think you could print this out. I just don't know where to tell you to find it right offhand. I didn't check that before. But right here, this is the bundle. It's called the Pine Tree Trimmings Bundle. And it comes with the stamp set, which is a Christmas tree, some sentiments, and dies, coordinating dies. And truthfully, this is Dr. Robbins. You know, we share back and forth. And so I borrowed this from her, and she's been borrowing a couple of my sets, and I borrow her sets. But anyway, this is the bundle. But then the interesting thing, and you kind of have to I forgot to double check, but I think they're in here. Yes, here we go. Tree shaker domes in the online exclusives. And let me show them to you. I mean, you kind of do have to look for this. So here is a little box. You get, I don't know how many. You get 10, but we kind of split them. And here are the shaker domes. I guess I just have these 2 left, but we're going to use one today. And they're the Christmas trees, and they have adhesive on both sides. And I'm going to show you how to use those today. So this is an online exclusive bundle and the shaker domes. And then I use sequins in my sample that I had from somewhere else, but these aren't currently available, I don't think. But what is currently available that we're going to use today is these loose shaker elements. So we'll see how we'll give that a try. So, are you ready to get started and make a shaker card? Okay, I hope I remember everything. We are going to start with, and I'm going to do it a little different. Okay, sometimes I like to just do something a little different than I did for the sample. So instead of a white card base for my that I did for the sample, I'm using a Pretty Peacock card base. And my colors are Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock and white. And it's just your standard 8.5 by 5.5 card base. And then we're going to, let me just burnish that more. Then we're going to put on a piece of this paper. I have been loving this DSP, this particular pattern. And it's very subtle, but it's from the North Pole delivery designer series paper. If you have that, this particular piece, I am in love with. Wait, first we're going to okay, let me cut this as long as I have it out. It is 3.5 by 4 3/4. So let's see what I've got here. Okay, so we're going to go 4 3/4 by 3.5. And that's going to be, this is our piece we're going to put the tree into. But first, we're going to put on a piece that is a piece of Lost Lagoon, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And we're just going to go ahead and glue that on right now. Hello, Dr. Robin. How are you? I see you. My Facebook is telling me who's watching. I just told them this was your set that I'm borrowing. We're sharing. Okay, so we've got our Lost Lagoon piece on. Now this is the base of what we're gonna do. So now is the tricky part. Oops, and I hope I remember all of it. So what we're going to do is we are going to take this piece of our designer series paper and we are going to cut it with the Christmas tree die from the set. And the goal is to cut it in the middle. Okay, I have to bring up the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm just going to clear off some space because I'm going to use the big one. Here we go. Okay. So the trick here is we want to get this guy right in the middle of our card. And so we want to look to the left and the right and see if we kind of have it just centered just right. I think that looks pretty good, don't you? Oh, Robin, I'm so sorry that you're sick. Oh, I'm sorry. Poor girl. Okay, maybe this will cheer you up. All right, so here, now we've cut, and you can help me, Robin, if you feel up to it, if I go a wrong direction or something. So we've got our hole there for our tree, and we can save the tree and use the tree for later. And now what we're going to do is take one of our shaker domes, our Christmas tree shaker domes. Now the interesting thing about this, yes, feel better, Robin, that you have to pay attention to is the shaker dome has sticky stuff and tape covering the sticky stuff on the front and on the back. So for right now, what we want to do, and look at how perfectly that fits in there, we only want to adhere the front. So we're going to be careful and only take off the front. And I'm going to use my take your pick tool and see if I can just loosen that. And it comes off real easy. It's kind of like, it's just like tearing tape. And we'll just take that front off like that. And then we just insert it, or let's see if I can just put this right over. Just like that. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and just press to really adhere it pretty well. Just like this. And there, our shaker dome is adhered to our paper. Okay, now, this is the more tricky part. What we want to do is put our stuff in, and on this one, on my sample, I just used basic white cardstock behind the shaker dome, okay? But this time, I thought it would be pretty to use this paper. This is from the Pine Tree Trimming. No, wait, boo-boo. Elegant Pine Snowflakes. And I thought this would be so pretty back here. Yes, put the word prize because this is going to be the prize, the shaker card. So I'm going to cut a piece of this paper the same size as this one, or it could be a little more. It could be a little less. I'm sorry, I said two different things, more or less. It could be a little bit more narrow and small so that it fits in. Anyway, you'll see. Okay, so the size of the DSP was 3.5 by 4 3/4. So I'm just going to come in about 1/8 of an inch from 3.5. And I'm going to come in about 1/8 of an inch from 4 3/4. Just about right there. Okay. And we're going to use this as our background piece. I just thought it kind of looked really fun behind there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fill our shaker dome with the little loose shaker elements, this is called. And these are much more sparkly than the ones I used in the sample. So let's put some of these in here. I don't want them to fall on the floor because I really don't want the dog to eat, my little dog to eat one. But we're going to try and get them all in there. Go in there. And I do kind of like it full, don't you? Kind of like a lot of them in there. Okay, I think we've got enough. Let me see if I can get all these little pieces. Okay, now the trick is we're going to take the sticky stuff off and then put the backing piece on. So we're going to use the take your pick tool again to pull that up. Pull that sticky stuff up. Okay. There we go. Got it. Okay. And now we're going to put this piece on. There's a stray little goodie. There's the back of it, which is very pretty. So we come in just a little tiny bit and let's press this down. Okay. And there we go. There's all of our shaker stuff. And I did really fill it pretty full, didn't I? And my inside paper just barely, I positioned it pretty well. So now what I am going to do is go back over the edges here and press again to make sure it's really adhering on the back piece, like this. Okay. Isn't that fun? I'll put it up close. Isn't that sparkly? I love it. All right, now, here's our background, our base, our card base, okay. And what I thought, I wanted here, on the sample, I used cloud cover ribbon, but I just got this newer ribbon. And even though it's blue, it's called sheer ribbon, balmy blue, but it's so sheer that I thought it actually looks really nice on here. So I am going to go ahead and tie a bow. I just have to tie a bow. So I'm going to use this sheer ribbon. I got 2 extra spools of it because I knew I would love it. Okay. And so I think I'm going to tie my bow up near, I don't know. Let's test and see where we should tie the bow. Okay. It is very sheer and very lightweight. So it kind of, it really, it's very delicate. It moves real quickly. But it's so pretty. Isn't it just gorgeous? I think I'll go up. Okay. And then we'll tie a little bow and we'll just see what we think. Okay. Let me see. It's just a little difficult with all this stuff here. Okay, there. We'll put that loop through and I think we got it. There we go. Alrighty. Doesn't that look pretty? Even though it's blue, I think it still looks really pretty. And then, oh my gosh, I love it. Hello, Jamie. Thank you. I think I'm going to move it up a little higher so it's closer to the top. Okay. And now I think we can go ahead and adhere this. I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece down. I'll fiddle with the bow a bit later. But let's go ahead and glue this piece down. I'm going to even put a little glue right on this edge where the 2 papers didn't really adhere. Just like this. And we're going to try to get it real even in there. Okay, whoops. That's what I love about my glue. Now this is one thing I forgot to mention. It's adhered in here where the sticky tape was, but on these sides it's not adhered. So you do need to go in and put some glue between the 2 papers, that create the shaker. And for here, since we've already tied our bow, we can just put a little glue right inside there. Okay. If you don't, I think it'll be fine anyway, but it just sticks it down a little better. Okay. I love this. I just love this ribbon. I think I'm going to be using it a lot. Let's see. I could fiddle with bows for a long time, so I have to stop myself here to get going on the rest of the card. So we'll just trim their little tails off here. And then let's make a sentiment. Okay. So for our sentiment, I'm going to use one of the sentiments in the stamp set. They're very cute. Oh, Christmas tree, they go perfectly. From Our House to Yours, Sending Christmas Wishes, and 'Tis the Season, which is the one I'm going to use. So let me get my lid on my glue so it doesn't dry out. Okay. So what we're going to do is go ahead and stamp this, and then we're going to cut it out with a die. And I'm using Pretty Peacock ink. 'Tis the Season. And the die I'm going to use is from, you know, the die set that I use so much, that I think is such a such a classic and one that everybody should have is the stylish shapes. So let me get my machine up here and our plates. Yes, make sure you put the word prize, because then you'll be entered in the drawing to win this shaker card. And already I think it's prettier than my sample, because I like the darker color. I like using the pretty peacock, I think. Okay, that looks pretty good. And we'll just run this through. I think this Oh Christmas Tree would be nice, but I didn't, the sentiment Oh Christmas Tree would be nice, but I don't feel like I left enough room for it on the card. But I think this looks pretty cute. Isn't that pretty cute? Okay, so let's get some dimensionals, and we'll adhere this with 2 dimensionals. Okay, and I think because the bow is up high, I'm going to put the sentiment a little lower. Maybe I'll put it right here. Okay, and another thing we need is we need a star for the top of the tree. Now, I went ahead and cut a few silver stars. Let me see if I can get this to come out. Oh, there they are. Okay, I had extra paper there. The die set has star. This is for a little bow, and these are gifts, and this is for a little garland if you wanted to put a garland across your tree. But I felt like just one star right there at the top of the tree would be cute. And I'm going to put this on with a little mini Stampin' Dimensional here. Just like that. Yeah, that looks, oops, okay. And because there's not much space there, I'm going to put where there's an indentation there between the little points, I'm going to put that right up close to the little shaker dome. Like that. Now, on my sample card, I stamped some stars, but I don't think I am on this one. I'm going to use these little star gems. They're very, very sparkly, and they came with that spooky, sweet and spooky Halloween kit, and I had all these left over, and I knew they would look really good with these new little shaker elements. So I'm going to put just a bunch around here. Now, I was thinking about it. This is a card that you really, when I mail it to whoever wins, I'm going to put a lot of padding around it and a much bigger envelope, because I want it to get there safely. But I don't think you would generally send this. This is kind of a card that you would hand, or you would put it in a real big padded envelope. So let's see. Let's put one down here. We've got 4, so we need one more, another odd one. We could put one right up here next to the bow. That's kind of cute. Like that. And now, oh, I do have a piece for the inside, and we can stamp some stars on the inside and on the envelope. Let's go ahead and do that while we're at it, because we do have to do something with the inside and with our envelope. And here's the little star stamp. The only thing to watch out for is that you get good coverage of your ink there on the little stamp. I like these stars. Let's see, we'll put a couple down here. Okay. Pretty peacock is so pretty. I love this in Lost Lagoon. I think of all the colors that have come out in the past few years. I think they've been here, what, 4 or 5 years maybe? I don't know. These 2 colors are so gorgeous. So we'll just adhere this piece to the inside, and I almost always use 3 3/4 by 5 as the size of my inside piece. Just like that. So those are our 2 cards, the the sample card and then the card we just did. And they're both pretty. They're both really pretty. I think I do kind of like this one better. What about you guys? This will be the prize one, so you're going to get the better one. So definitely put the word prize, and then next Wednesday I'll give it away. So let's turn you back up, and we'll give away the prize from last Wednesday. I think I'm on a Lost Lagoon kick because I used Lost Lagoon last week too. And in fact, I used the same background paper. That's that same paper from the North Pole delivery. Thank you guys. So this is the card from last week, a birthday card. And the winner of this card is Lisa McCusker. Lisa popped on. She is a friend of mine. We've been friends for a long time, and she's one of my downline. And she popped on last week. She isn't always able to pop on. And I was so excited when the random number generator chose her number. So Miss Lisa, I will be sending this out to you, you know, in a week or two. I don't know, because I've got a lot of stuff going on this weekend with all the family and everything. But congratulations, Lisa. I appreciate you guys watching so much. That's why I give away the cards. And thank you for being here today. So I won't be here Friday, but I plan to be here next Wednesday, which is going to be October 1st. It'll be a new month already. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Make cards, and I will see you next Wednesday.